What's up, football fans? Welcome back to the channel where we keep it real, bring the heat, and break down the latest drama that's taking the NFL by storm. You thought the Detroit Lions had a drama-free week after their win over the Green Bay Packers? Oh, how wrong you were. Grab your snacks, settle in, because we're about to dive into a story that's so spicy. It's like tailgating in a jalapeno factory. But before we get into the chaos, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Trust me, you're going to want to keep up with all the crazy stories we're about to unpack. Now let's jump into it. Our main character today? A Detroit Lions fan who took fan passion to a whole new level. Got way too comfortable on the field. And, well, let's just say he's not exactly going to be walking out with the flag anytime soon. The tale of Fahad Yousif, the fan who went too far. Alright, so here's the deal. Imagine this. You've been a season ticket holder for the Detroit Lions, and as a special perk, you get to do something super cool. You get to walk out onto the field carrying the United States flag during the national anthem. Sounds like a dream, right? A way to feel like you're really part of the action? You're living the dream, flying the flag, showing your loyalty to the Lions. It's the ultimate fan experience. But, folks, this is where the story takes a turn. The fan in question, Fahad Yousif, clearly got a little carried away with the whole being part of the action thing. We all love some good trash talk in football, right? But there's a limit. Unfortunately for Yousif, he didn't know where that line was. So, here we go. It's week 14, the Lions versus Packers, one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Lions fans were on cloud 9 after their team was riding high with a fantastic season. Packers fans? Not so much, sorry. Green Bay. But someone had to say it. Yousif gets on the field as planned, flag in hand, ready to make his patriotic entrance. But instead of walking out, he starts jawing with the players, specifically the Packers, and not just any old casual trash talk. No, this was full-on taunting. And the victim of his verbal volleys? None other than Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. Yeah, Yousif decided that not only did he want to show his pride for the Lions, but he also wanted to let the Packers know they were done for. And, apparently, the best way to do that was by throwing up the throat slash gesture at LaFleur and the team. Yousif himself confessed to Detroit's WXYZ TV. We're about 5-10 yards away from the sideline, just looking at all the players. Definitely letting them know you're going down. You're done. It's over. Let them know we're gonna beat you 2 times. Once home, once here. He was going in, but then it got spicy. I did the throat slash. And LaFleur lost it. Yousif said, I got caught up in the moment. The adrenaline, the fans, the whole thing. And folks, when LaFleur lost it, he wasn't just shaking his head. According to him, this was a serious breach of fan behavior. LaFleur's reaction, a coach's perspective. Now, let's get LaFleur's side of the story. Because you know he wasn't exactly thrilled about this turn of events. The Packers head coach, who's used to managing big-time players on the field, found himself trying to keep the peace with a fan, not something you expect. Right? In an interview post-game, LaFleur said, I've never been a part of something like that. He was talking junk to our players, giving them the throat slash sign. You're trying to de-escalate it. And then he gets in my face. I thought it was pretty unsportsmanlike. Oof. He didn't hold back. LaFleur was critical of the security for allowing this fan to get that close to the players in the first place. Seriously, when you're throwing insults and slashes at the opposing team from just a few yards away, that's a problem, even in the passionate world of NFL fandom. LaFleur went on to say that security should have stepped in and removed the fan long before things got out of hand. He wasn't wrong. It was definitely a bad look for the Lions. So, after a tense moment and a lot of words exchanged, Yousif was escorted away from the action. He was not allowed to walk out the flag anymore. And just before halftime, he was told to leave the stadium entirely. Bye-bye, Yousif. Enjoy the game from home. The aftermath. Season tickets revoked. But the drama doesn't end there. Oh no. It gets better. After the game, the Lions weren't exactly sending out thank you notes to Yousif. In fact, they sent him an email that pretty much said, thanks, but no thanks. The team revoked his season tickets. And they weren't shy about explaining why. The Lions sent him an email stating, as a Lions loyal member, You are responsible for ensuring that you and the persons occupying any seats licensed to you act and conduct themselves according to the guest code of conduct policy. At this time, your season tickets have been revoked and your eligibility to become a Lions loyal member has been suspended indefinitely. Ouch. Talk about a gut punch. Yousif was devastated. He even told the Detroit News, the biggest gut punch. Man, just waking up and seeing that email, it was a terrible feeling. Yeah, that's got to sting. Getting a nice little perk like carrying the flag and then having it ripped away because of a trash talk moment. It wasn't even just about the loss of the tickets. Yousif felt he didn't even get a chance to explain himself. It was like a snap decision. And the Lions were done with him. But hey, rules are rules, right? The NFL and the Lions can't have fans crossing the line and threatening to start a field brawl with their rival team. Even if the victory felt sweet. The big takeaway. So what's the moral of the story? Well, there's a thin line between being a passionate fan and being an outright disruptive, disrespectful one. We get it. You're pumped about your team winning. You want to talk some smack. But remember, folks, there's a code of conduct, even for fans. And hey, this isn't the first time we've seen a fan go too far. But Yousif's actions were pretty bold. And the Lions had no choice but to send a message that they weren't going to tolerate that type of behavior. The Packers left with a loss. But Yousif? Well, he lost something much bigger, his season tickets and access to his dream gig of carrying the flag. So, what do you think? Did Yousif deserve to have his season tickets revoked? Or was this all just a case of a fan getting caught up in the hype of the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. If you want more NFL drama, fan stories, and all the latest updates, this is the place to be. Until next time, keep your passion for the game strong, but remember, there's a line. I'm your name, and this has been another episode of NFL Tales. Peace out, folks. Hey football fans, you won't believe what went down in the pregame of Thursday night's Green Bay Packers vs. Detroit Lions game. Imagine this. You're gearing up for a big game. Your heart's racing. You're ready to cheer your team on, and then, bam, a totally unexpected showdown happens before the game even kicks off. Yeah, it wasn't just a regular warm-up, it was more like a reality TV moment. And Packers head coach Matt LaFleur was the star. Now, if you're wondering what could possibly have been so dramatic during pregame warm-ups, you're in for a ride. It all started with none other than a Lions fan, who, mind you, was wearing a Brian Branch jersey. So you know it's about to be a spicy situation. He was out on the field helping hold the American flag during the national anthem. Seems innocent enough, right? But hold up. This is where the plot thickens. Coach LaFleur and this fan ended up face to face. And it wasn't exactly good vibes. Man, there was some serious yelling, some pointing, and let's just say the pregame mood went from, let's go team, to, is this an NFL game or a reality show feud, pretty fast. Now, before you think the fan was just overenthusiastically supporting his Lions, this wasn't exactly a friendly back and forth. The fan apparently got all up in the face of LaFleur and the Packers players, throwing some rather unsportsmanlike gestures around, including the infamous throat slash sign. Yeah, this fan was definitely not trying to make any friends. The altercation was so intense that a Packers staffer had to step in between them. And as things escalated, some players started to approach, probably trying to figure out if they were about to get a new friend or have to break up a fight. Fortunately, the officials quickly stepped in to break things up before things got too out of hand. And that's when LaFleur had to process what just happened. LaFleur's thoughts after the game. After the game, LaFleur opened up about the situation. And folks, his reaction? Well, let's just say he was not happy. I've never been a part of something like that, LaFleur said. And if you know anything about Matt LaFleur, this man has been around the NFL for quite some time. But even he couldn't believe what was happening right there in front of him. He was talking junk to our players, giving them the throat slash sign. LaFleur said, clearly still a bit flabbergasted. You're trying to de-escalate it. And then he gets in my face. So I thought it was pretty unsportsmanlike. Now, when your coach is calling something unsportsmanlike, you know things have crossed the line. But here's where things take an even juicier turn. LaFleur wished the fan had been removed from the field earlier, before things could get even more heated. I've never seen that. I've been on many fields. And usually, they police that much better. LaFleur said, shaking his head. I thought it was an arrogant fan that, wanted to get in on part of the action. A lesson for security teams.